から絶対出てくる。ありがとう。そこはまだ。だからもう世代、平成世代、もうパラパラはほんまに。でもマジで思った。これ
I've learned that there's an art to changing, that I'm the potter and the clay, I'm the canvas and the painter, the marble that I sculpt away, every stroke of a brush, every finger's touch, every sunburned wing of a heartbreak crashes around me.
好きな写真を絵にするっていうのをちょっとしてもらえたら楽しい
壁画ごめんなさいごめんなさい壁画と思って暑いですよね。
Masterpieces take a lifetime. And patience is a peerless craft. It's wonderful, it's beautiful. You know who you were a year ago.
はい、紹介してない阿部ちゃん
安倍ちゃんって巷では呼ばれてます。はい、親しまれてる。
拝見しております。
嬉しいです。安倍ちゃんです。ありがとうございます。安倍ちゃんです。
イメージ
安倍を偽ってると思う。ほんまに全然違う。
芸名みたいな
なんですよ。ほんまはみたいな。ない
高橋なんですみたいな
大丈夫です。安倍のままで。安倍ちゃん。
名前でもない。
名前でもない。一応
違う名前にしたいみたいな。
田中安倍みたいな怖い名前ではない。決して。ちょっとすごい。
Masterpieces take a lifetime. And patience is a peerless craft. It's wonderful, it's beautiful. You know who you were a year ago. Oh, paint your portrait as you grow. Every stroke of a brush, every finger's touch is a rosy cheek of a love-struck flush. Is a sunburned wing of a heartbreak crush. Is a rush, feel the rush. You're a painting Frida Kahlo. Lead the muses like a follow. All the colors layered, kaleidoscope. You're a sculpture, a burning negro. Like branches that on Daphne turn living into art. Life's the Louvre and you're the Mona Lisa. La la la, la la la, la 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 la. I live art, I breathe art. I myself, I am art. Artists will become what they create. I live art, I breathe art. I myself, I am art. Artists will become what they create. You're a painting Frida Kahlo. Lead the muses like Apollo. All the colors layered, kaleidoscope. You're a sculpture, a burning negro. Like branches that on Daphne turn living into art. Life's the Louvre and you're the Mona Lisa. La la la, la la la, la la la. Oh yeah, la la la, Lisa. And I come to see it
Non, des choses comme ça.
C'est très cool. Merci. Wow. Wow. The book is so beautiful. Wow, c'est quoi ça?
This beautiful.
Of course. Wow.
And there is the later
Letters.
are very beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
a typical art
Okay.
of this period
Okay.
to make a very big later, very sophistical,
Okay.
of aesthetical.
Oh yeah, c'est cool.
You
Wow.
know, this is the alchemist.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This,
Because this is magic,
yes.
right?
and
Wow.
this book is right in Deutsch.
Deutsch,
It's a
okay.
Deutsch book.
Ish, yeah, I can see ish.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, you can.
Stein, to, yeah.
Yes, it's the art of lettering.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
With the two sons, the
Two
red sun and the side verse. It's the typical figure of the alchemist science.
Okay.
It's the based element.
Wow. C'est très joli.
And
Wow.
like the
Okay.
landscape
Mm-hmm,
is very beautiful.
Wow.
And after,
Mm-hmm.
there is a mention of the Bible.
Okay.
Also. And you have few features.
C'est très joli. Wow.
After,
Okay.
they said bain de jouvence.
Bain de Jouvence. Bain. Bain. Bass.
And to be younger, jouvence.
Jouvence. Okay.
And you see?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the
This one.
like this.
Yeah. C'est cool. Yeah, this one, right?
This one.
And then become
And
this.
then, yes.
Wow.
And with
Interesting.
I
Like,
like it. And this bird have a typical blue.
okay.
And we said le bleu
Le bleu.
pan.
Le bleu pan.
Le pan blue.
Pan bleu.
And it's a typical color of blue, and I like it so much.
Interesting. Interesting. Wow. Merci. Thank you.
You have you have an old how to lens, and
Okay.
also how do you say it in English? Gravure. Yes.
Engraving. Okay.
And but this engraving
So pretty.
is the Louvre.
Is it Louvre?
It is the Louvre.
Wow. Which is Richelieu?
The Seine.
The Seine?
The
Ah,
Seine.
ok, d'accord.
And this one is the
Napoleon.
in French we said cour carrée
Cocaine. Ok.
or colonnade,
Ok, d'accord.
because in the beginning the Louvre was medieval castle.
Ok, the castle.
Yes, it was
D'accord.
a castle, so it was a little castle near the
D'accord.
Seine,
D'accord.
and all the kings
Renaissance.
Outside, there is the colonnade. You have 100 and more years between this, the old part,
Okay.
and this, the modern part. I don't know if there is medieval. No. Ancient, no. That's too shame.
D'accord.
There is the Louvre.
Uh-huh.
He's here.
Uh-huh.
And you say the. Comment on dit carré en anglais?
Square.
Square. Ok, alors.
This one,
Mhm.
this little dark square,
Ok.
it's the square court, la cour carrée.
Carré. Ok.
It's Louvre.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
I can see it.
And here there is the Tuileries.
Tuileries. Yeah.
This map it's before the revolution.
Interesting.
So you have
Interesting.
le Louvre,
Mhm.
le Palais Royal
Avec Royal.
here,
First, yeah.
Tuileries
Tuileries.
here,
Mhm.
and after you have Saint-Germain.
Here is Saint-Germain. Okay.
Because there is a very
Wow.
big
It's huge.
road.
Grand.
Trunting it was very good for the king.
C'est trop
And
bien.
after
Ok.
he go finally to Versailles.
Versailles.
It's the
Ok.
Versailles castle.
Wow. C'est très cool. Like such a
You have
journey.
the towns
Mhm.
who lived
Mhm.
Louis the Great.
C'est cool.
Slash Louis the
Do
14th.
you remember? It's the photo.
Yes, thank you. Thank
Louis
you.
XIV. Oui.
Thank you for the review.
C'est cool.
Yes.
Wow, すごい.
Because I love the maps.
The maps, right?
Baie rose, laurier, and spice.
D'accord. Alors.
Asking if you test.
Okay.
It's really tasty or not.
Yeah, for sure it's tasty.
La fourme d'Anvers, c'est la plus simple, c'est la moins forte.
Merci beaucoup.
Et
Oishi. I'm pretty sure I like everything, so. What do you?
Tu es satisfait? We eat like your grandpa and grandparents.
Yeah, he's saying that we're starting dinner like our grandfather at 7 p.m.
Well,
You
it's
know-
not. It's not my diner hall.
Usually we start the dinner at 10 or 11. Il faut que je prenne en photo parce que je...
Je viens pas de tout. Alors, j'attends que Nasty boy.
I'm gonna take the sushi. c'est très beau.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it. Wow, so cute.